Hey everybody, we're going to be looking at Thursday, June 1st, Delaware Park. Delaware Park on Thursday has 8 races on the card. Um, I'm Dave. I am the creator of Therostat, so just wanted to introduce myself, and typically I give out a top 3 selections for each race. I recommend playing the top selection to win in place, the top 3 exactas and in trifecta boxes, but play them however you normally would. My goal here is to take angles, take speed figure, take pace scenario setups that I see on paper, as well as some other filters and features I've used in tournament handicapping to make your life easier. A lot of people don't have 2-3 hours a day to handicap, but they want to play. So good luck today. Follow along. I'm going to have each of these races listed out in chapters in the description. So if you want to jump forward, you can. Also, I'll have a separate video for a pick 4 preview for the late pick 4 at Delaware Park on Thursday. And that pick 4 sequence starts in race 5. So look for that video also coming out here shortly. But we're going to jump right into it and do Delaware Park race 1. All right, Delaware Park race 1. We're looking at a 6 furlong maiden claiming event on the main track in race 1 in the opener on Thursday at Delaware Park. To me, it's pretty formful. So in our top 3 selections, our top selection is going to be the 1, Tuna and Stamps. It's a Klimt gelding. It's coming off of a 2-month layoff, but the early speed here suits Delaware Park and the track. Tons of early speed in this horse. Is also Diane Morrissey is 40% with Samuel Marin as the jock, and also a positive ROI here. But with the dam, it has 30% in the money out of 10 starts, and has already hit the board at this distance. The 1 Tuna in Stamps is going to be our top selection on Thursday in race 1. And to wrap out our top 3, I also like the 7 and the 5. As you can see here in the pace setup, the 1 is just going to go out to the front. It's going to be kind of catch me if you can. Once we look at the rest of the field, the only other horses I see moving late here, the 1 definitely will hold on for the win, just with the sheer speed scenario here. The 7, Mike Smith, and the 5, Holla at Ya Boy, are going to be in my top 3 selections here on Thursday in race 1. The 5 is beatable. I think the 5 will run late, may get outrun by the 7 here, but the value is beating this 5. The 1 top selection, Tuna and Stamps, is our top selection in race 1 at morning line 5-2. The 7, Mike Smith, and the 5 is Holla at Ya Boy. 1, 7, and 5 in the opener here at Delaware Park. Delaware Park, race 2. We're looking at 6 furlong, claiming 6250 here at Delaware Park on Thursday. About 4 or 5 horses in this 10-horse field I think are going to go out and press the pace early on. I think there's a couple that'll tire off. The one horse that I feel like will hang on and win this race on Thursday in race 2 is going to be the 10, Colorado Kid. The Calora Kid is our top selection. Is running back off of a short time after just running, I think, last week at Delaware Park. Yeah, 7 days ago as of today. So it'll be 8 days ago when this race goes off. Second off of a layoff, ran at a mile and is cutting back. Jamie Ness, though, is 17% winners, going from a route race, 8 furlongs or more, back down to a sprint race, which is 7 furlongs or less. And then also on this surface and distance, 23% winners for Jamie Ness. He's been a little cold, but this horse is the best in the field. Morning line 7-2, second off of a layoff, ran on the front end. I had a glorified paid workout is what I'm seeing here with this 10 horse on the 24th, and I don't really see much running into it. It was also bumped pretty bad if you go and watch the replay. I had a pick 4 that day, so I remember the caloric kid, I believe, was the 1 horse that day for Jamie Ness on opening day at Delaware Park. But I got the 10 on top, 10 the caloric kid. I think gets it done, cutting back in distance. The 7 as well is going to be pressing the pace on the front end. All this late speed, I don't really see much hanging on here. The 7 is our second selection at Delaware Park in race 2. Mucho Macho Man also cutting back in distance. Roberto Perez, uh, 15% and a positive ROI, 15% winners route to sprint, and 50% winners is only 2 starts with Franklin Gonzalez Jr. as his jock and a 200% positive ROI. I see the 7 going as well on the front end, and Safin coming off of a layoff, shipping in from Charlestown, and Jesus Rodriguez is 33% winners, 717% ROI. So I feel like the early speed here is going to win for fun. So our top 3 selections here on Thursday, race 2 at Delaware Park, 10, 7, and 2. Delaware Park, race 3, $40,000 claiming, 6 furlongs on the main track in race 3 on Thursday. The 2 and the 6 are going to be going out on the front end in the 6 furlong event. Pretty hot and heavy. Rex Kwando and the 6 Sentier Zuliano. But the horse I like that will be a little bit more of a price. I don't know if it's going to become the post-time favorite, but Daniel Centeno's aboard the 1 Noble Fish for John Rigatiari. First time blinkers for this horse, 3rd time starter, staying at 6 furlongs, but blinkers on. John is 25% as a trainer, and first time blinkers also 25% as a trainer. He's done that move together, blinkers on, that percentage, and first time blinkers. Each are 4 starts, 75% in the money. Second time starter, came 3rd at Tampa in an allowance event. Allowance optional claiming 16,000 non-winners of 1. And the Dam Street Symphony, who's a street hero dam, has 150% ROI and 100% in the money. It's only this horse is her lone foal currently. And at this distance has hit the board once of 1 time. So being at the consistent 6 furlongs here, 3/4 of a mile at Delaware Park, I see this 1 closing into this early speed that really is going to tire in this deep sandy track at Delaware Park. So the 1, morning line's 3-1. Noble Fish is our top selection. And then the 2 and the 6, I think, hang on for pieces of it. I don't see how the 8's going to run past the rest of our top selections. The 6, Sentier Zuliano, and the 2, Rex Kwando. Top 3 selections, Delaware Park, race 3, 1, 6, and 2. Delaware Park, race 4 on the turf. There's 14 horses carded here, as you can see. 12 will go. Either the 13 and 14 will scratch, or some of them will draw in if there's scratches earlier up in the card here. And I see the 1 and the 1, 2, and 9 going out and kind of taking the lead here in this mile and 16th maiden claiming event on the turf here at Delaware Park on Thursday. The horses I like are going to be the late speed in races like this. Just sitting off the pace, if they can keep clear, I think there will be some horses in the mix. But looking at this race actually currently, it looks like the front end speed tactically will hold on. I don't see how any of these other horses with the speed figures I'm seeing and the pace scenario set up currently and how the field's set up, I don't see how the 4, 8, or 7 really can pick up any ground here in this maiden claiming event. The 9, Cape Cod Summer, will be our top selection. And when we pop over and look at the 9 in the past performances here in Racelens, the 9 is coming off of a month layoff for Steve Claceris. Jeremy Rose is aboard. Jeremy Rose is 20% winners in the last 30 days. And also at the surface and distance is 14%. Treasure Beach I like here, as well as a sire of this 3-year-old gelding. Taking a change from dirt to turf. Hit the board a couple times on the dirt, but I think the surface switch over and kind of keeping this horse a little bit further back. Also, if we're looking here, we've got another angle I really like, which is going to be sprint route. So this horse ran in a sprint race, took a layoff, and then now is coming back after 30 days running long on the turf. So I really like this horse to actually hold on with the pure speed in this entire field. The 9 Cape Cod Summer, morning line 6-1 is our top selection. And then to round out the underneath, we got the 1 Pop Sox, Speitster, Gelding, going blinkers off, second off of a layoff. Had a decent workout on the 3rd before that race. Also switching from dirt to turf. I like that move as well here for this Speitster Gelding. And then the 2, so all the early speed I think is going to hold on. So ignore my late speed comment about this race. It looks like the early speed will factor in. Going from dirt to turf as well from Parks, and also running a route here. Ran on the 16th. Has the second or third best early speed. Has run on the turf before and hit the board in the money 1 of 4 times running on the turf. So there is some turf consistency here a little bit, 25% in the money. But our top selection here is going to be the pure speed of this race. Morning line is 6-1. We're probably not going to get that depending on who scratches out. The 9 Cape Cod Summer will be our top selection. The 1 Pop Sox and the 2 My Boy Colton to round out our top 3. Once again, race 4 Delaware Park on Thursday, 9, 1, and 2. Race 5 here at Delaware Park on Thursday. Starter allowance, mile and 70 yards on the main track. This is a pretty formful race in my eyes. I'm not going to spend too much time into it, but there's 7 horses in this field. I believe the 2 and 3 will go out on the front end and try to steal it on the front end in this starter allowance field of 7 horses. The 7, though, does have that pressing ability and late speed. I see the 7, even though the 3 is going to be the favorite, Tiz herself. I see the 7 Cartwheel passing this horse at the top of the stretch, winning by at least a length or 2 at Delaware Park here in this race 5 on Thursday. The 7 is our top selection. Morning line's 5-2, second selection on the morning line. The 7 Cartwheel is our top selection. The 3 will hit the board, Tiz herself. And the 2, the other early speed horse, at a little bit of a price to round out our top 3 here in race 5. Silver Glen, our top 3 in race 5 at Delaware Park. This starts the late pick 4, races 5, 6, 7, and 8. So race 5 again, 7, 3, and 2 here at Delaware Park. Race number 6 at Delaware Park is a 12-horse turf. 12 horses on the turf. There's 13 here. 1 will scratch out though, so 12 will go at least on the turf, or at most. Claiming event, mile 70 yards on the turf. Race 6 Thursday at Delaware Park. The 4 Irish Kitten early speed. 2 will press the pace. Solita a little bit here at Delaware Park. The horses I like, one of them will sit off the pace a bit, is our top selection. We're actually going to give out 4 picks here for this race just in case of a scratch. It happens a lot more on the turf. The 11, 1, 10, and 7 are our top 4 selections in this race. The 11, though, big ambition. We're going to pop over to the PPs real quick before we go back to the speed figures and kind of show you why I selected a little bit more unorthodox horse based off of the pace setup and scenarios. The 11's out of Mr. Big. Mr. Big is a Dynaformer sire. If anyone has watched any of my videos, I love Dynaformer going long on the turf. This horse has been running on the dirt. Really not the surface this horse should be on. Dynaformers, Mr. Big do well on the dirt, but especially sprinting on the dirt, sorry, I would never play that horse. Jeremy Ness takes this horse off of a little bit of a layoff, a couple weeks at Parks, ships into Delaware. We got unusual heat on the bottom side of this Calibred as well. Jeremy Ness is 27% winners with winners last out. This horse, first time turf, Jeremy Ness is 15%. Sprint to route also. Jeremy Ness is 31% as a trainer, and Jamie Rodriguez on the turf here lately is 17% winners. This horse is going sprint route on the turf. Mr. Big on the top side should have enough pedigree class to take this field. Morning line is 9-2. Getting on the turf on the surface it should have been on in the first place. Should class this horse up a bit. It's dropping down after it won in a starter. So the 11 morning line 5-2, or sorry 9-2 is our top selection. The 1 has a late speed here, 3 coins. The 10 grand spun is coming off of a layoff. Had a bullet workout at Delaware Park, 1 out of 13. The dam is a Tappet dam. Blinkers on. There's a lot of changes here. Blinkers on. First time blinkers for Diane Morrissey. Going Lasix on. It's first time Lasix, so keep an eye out for that. The horse may be a little geared up on Thursday, the 10 here. But at morning line 10-1, could improve. Diane Morrissey, 33% winners, 50% in the money, first time Lasix. So a lot to like here. The dam also is a positive ROI, almost a $9 median win dollars on that horse. And then the 7 is the late speed Amunet. American Pharaoh out of a Forest Cat Wild dam. The dam's got positive ROI. This horse has already won on the turf before. So using Mike Matz and Jorge Ruiz underneath on this ticket in this race. The 7 morning line is 6-1. So our late speed will round out our top selections here at Delaware Park. 11, 1, 10, and 7. We got a morning line 9-2 on top. Big ambition. Delaware Park, race 7, allowance race, 6 furlongs on Thursday. The field's kind of small. We got a 6-horse field here. The horse that's going to be our top selection will be the number 3, Happy Clouds. It's a morning line 8-1. I don't know if that horse will go off at 8-1. It'll probably be closer to 7-2, just because of some back class here. We're going to jump in to number 3 real quick, and then we'll round out our top selections. The 3 at Delaware Park in race 7 is coming off of a month layoff. One last out at Laurel for Anthony Ferrier, the trainer. The horse also is getting Arnaldo Bocachica aboard, 26% in the last 10 days, but hasn't run at Delaware, which is fine. The horse has run 7 times at this 6 furlong distance, has hit the board 5 of 7 times, and has won 3 of those 7. So with that said, it's hard not to take a horse that's already won as much as it has. Already this year has looking like this horse is 6 for 6 in the money. Pretty classy horse. Got it figured out once the horse was moved and claimed for Tony Ferrier. So we're going to go with the 3. Happy Clouds is our top selection. The rest underneath are going to be kind of the logical choices. We're looking for some value in a race like this to actually, round out those exotic plays, multi-race wagers, multi-leg wagers, whether it's exactas and tries. The horses we're going to take underneath, Miss Buchero does have the early speed in this race, is the likely favorite at post time. So we're going to use the 6 Miss Buchero underneath, as well as the 1 who's the other late runner. Mid-pack runner has some pace here and will press the 6 and 5 on the front end. Awesome Pick is going to be our final selection in our top 3. Top 3 selections again, though, are going to be 3, 6, and 1 with a long shot. Happy Clouds, number 3, is our top selection in race 7. Race number 8 is our finale here at Delaware Park, claiming 6 furlongs on the main track on Thursday. The 3 likely horses that are going to be running for the money here are going to be the 8, 7, and 6. The 6 is going to be the early speed, going out with the 2 and the 5. The 8 and 7 will be laying off the pace a bit and moving late. I like, just solely based off of the pace figures and the pace scenario I see setting up, the 7 is going to be a top selection for Race Lens. I think the 8 has the most tactical speed in this race, Money Song. So we're going to go with the 8 Money Song as our top selection in the finale. Morning line is 4-1. The 7 will, I believe, pass the 6 as well in the stretch after that front end duel between those early runners. The 7, the Sakari, and the 6 overbearing, I think, will hang on for a piece. There's not much running late after that. So our top 3 selections in the finale are going to be 8, 7, and 6, with our top selection being the 8 Money Song. I wanted to thank y'all again. My name is Dave. I'm the creator here of ThoroughStat. Follow us on Twitter if you don't, at ThoroughStat. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube at ThoroughStat, THOROSTAT. And like this video. If you subscribe, you'll get notifications of videos like this, full card analysis, individual race selections, pick 4 previews. We will be putting out a pick 4 here for Delaware Park on Thursday, races 5 through 8, and also live streaming of summer cards, Del Mar and Saratoga daily of those either handicapped analysis like this, or live streaming of watching our selections for the day. Thanks again for watching along, and let's have a great time. Let's cash some tickets here at Delaware Park, and good luck on Thursday.